Hello everybody, welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Saturday, September 14th, 2024. We are back with our college football best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach and welcome to Being the Odds. Let's recap yesterday's results. So we had another winning day yesterday. I told y'all yesterday, my biggest bet of my season so far was going to be a members only best bet. A lot of y'all bought it and a lot of y'all won. We had K-State -7. Easy dub, never a doubt. The only time I was doubting was the first drive of the game, and then after that, it was all Kansas State. You'll love to see that. And, we'll take a big unit win yesterday. Over 57.5, UNLV in Kansas. I think if Kansas ties that game at 23, we go to overtime, I think we get over this number. But honestly, with how many opportunities UNLV had to score touchdowns and just didn't, honestly, these sorts of things can happen. Overall for the year, we're 25-15, well over 60% win public, 12-5 on best bets. I'm pretty sure, I think that's over 70% so far, our members only best bets. We are murdering it. And today we have a full slate, and I mean a full slate. We have 4 members only best bets that I love today. You can get all those at zdmbets.com/picks. Website is linked in the comments below. But we also have 6 plays I'm going to give you guys here on video that I really like. And then if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit notification bell so you never miss a pick. We're on 14-4 college football run right now. We post these college football videos every single day. It's on along with the MLB, NFL, which I'm excited about for tomorrow, NBA, and NHL. We also have an MLB video right now, so go check that out. We're going after our first 15,000 subscribers, so I'm excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So let's jump into the plays that we have today for YouTube. First play we're rolling with is going to be Colorado State +7.5 versus Colorado. I've been trying to tell y'all, straight up, I've been trying to tell y'all about Colorado. They are complete trash. I liked Dion on TV. I wasn't old enough to watch him play in his heyday that I can remember at least. But here's the thing. He has done an absolute shit job building this program. Complete shit. Because if you bring in your sons and you bring in Travis Hunter, which is what he did, also Jimmy Horn's really good. That's about all he's done for this team, and you can see it because Colorado's offensive and defensive lines are terrible. And Colorado State is going to dominate the line of scrimmage. They're going to dominate both offensively and defensively today, which is damn near 75% of the battle in football. Also, Colorado just decides we're not going to run the ball. Now, that could be the offensive line, or it could be Dion trying to get Shedeur to stat pad a little bit. I don't know. It's one or the other, but Shedeur has done a lot of things where it's like he's trying to pad his stats right now. And Shedeur isn't a good decision maker, man. I'm a Nebraska fan. Nebraska was my biggest bet of last week, -6.5. We got that. Easy dub, members only. But the fact is, because Shedeur's not a good decision maker, and he's getting happy feet in the pocket. He doesn't have good footwork. And now Travis Hunter is the one bright spot on this team. He's really good. Same thing with Jimmy Horn. I think he's actually a really good wide receiver. But Colorado's, they're a mess right now. And it's a revenge time. It's a revenge game for Colorado State after a heartbreaking loss last year. They should have won that game, and they just blew it. They're bringing back almost everyone from the team last year. A lot, from what I heard as well, like they turned down a lot of big NIL deals to stay with Colorado State. This team is ready to roll, in my opinion. And again, Colorado right now, just like dynamics-wise, is a powder keg. And if they lose this game, they're going to implode. And it's going to be bad. And I don't want it to be because I want Colorado to be interesting. I think Colorado will win the game by 3, but this is going to be a really tight game. Good teams win, great teams cover. Colorado State's covering today. Colorado State +7.5. Next, going Texas A&M -2.5 versus Florida. The 2.5 line's on FanDuel because I think everywhere else it's 3.5, but you can get 2.5 right now on FanDuel, which is nice. Texas A&M's going to win today. And I think Wegman is going to play a lot better than we saw versus Notre Dame. I just think he will. The A&M defense is going to come ready to play because they have Mike Elko as coach, and their defense is going to be really solid. And, right now there's a lot of optimism for DJ Lagway in Florida right now. But the problem is that he's going to be playing way better competition than they did last week. And his inexperience is going to show. And Florida doesn't have a ton of weapons. They just don't. Other than that Wilson kid, they don't have anybody. And A&M's defense is going to do enough to shut this team down. I just don't really see where they're going to get their points. I don't see it. And A&M has a better roster top to bottom. The public handle right now is heavy on Florida. I don't understand that at all. Other than the fact they're at home A&M lost to Notre Dame in week 1, and then Notre Dame lost an obvious letdown spot against NYU. No one thought they were going to lose, but I mean, I think a lot of people had NIU to cover that game. I mean, this is a game, I think A&M's better than what people think. I'm going to fade the public today, especially with Florida. Especially if they have no weapons, inexperienced quarterback, and Billy Napier's coach. Billy Napier was bad at University of Louisiana, Lafayette. He was bad there. So, not sure how I got the Florida job. But give me A&M minus 2.5 versus Florida here today. I think they win this game, and I think they win this game by like 7 to 10 points. Next, going Missouri, minus 14.5 versus Boston College. This is a trap line. Every single person and their mother is going to be on Boston College because they see the number 24 next to their name, and they're going to be like, okay, cool. So I can get the number 24 ranked team at plus 14.5 at Missouri. And Missouri has looked okay this year. Here's the thing, though. Yesterday, Arizona caught 7.5 points. And in some cases, 7 points. We had 7. They got absolutely smoked because the lines, this is just Vegas just laying a trap for all the inexperienced bettors, and everyone's going to be on Boston College, and Missouri's going to win this game by 21 points, and it's going to be a beatdown. Because when SEC plays against ACC, you know what's going to happen. SEC is going to absolutely murder them. And I'm not saying Boston College is not a good team. I think they're actually going to be a really solid team this year. I think Bill O'Brien's going to do a really good job with them. But the biggest reason why they're ranked is because Florida State, they beat Florida State, and in Florida State. Does anyone think that win is a good win right now? I don't think it is. I think it's a good win, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's like this great, unbelievable, oh my God, how we missed Boston College. And listen, Missouri's got a really solid defense. They're bringing back Brady Cook, who's their quarterback. They've got a really solid coach, and they're playing at home, and they also play to cover. If you saw last week, they played to cover, forgetting who they played, but they had to cover 34.5, and they did. And the public is all over Boston College. This is such a trap line, man. I'm rolling with Missouri minus 14.5 versus Boston College. It's such a trap. Don't fall for it. Next, and speaking of FSU, we're going with Memphis plus 7 versus Florida State. Florida State isn't good. They're not a serious team this year, especially if DJU's your quarterback, you aren't winning big games this year. And also, there's not a serious team. If y'all saw that clip throughout the week where they had that little water gun fight right behind DJU when he's practicing, I mean, this team's not serious. I don't really understand what the hell's going on because Mike Norvell's a really solid coach, but he has no control over this team whatsoever. If I'm him, I'm sending everyone out in the transfer portal at the end of this year, trying to rebuild from recruiting, high school recruiting, and also the transfer portal. The thing is also, I think this team would be so much better and so much different if Cam Ward's the quarterback right now. I think this is just a complete difference. And initially, everyone thought Cam Ward was going to FSU, and if he does, I think this team's completely different. But DJU is not good. This is the Memphis team Super Bowl. If they win this game, there's a very high likelihood they're going to make it to the college football playoff as long as they can win out, because the number 12 seed goes to a group of 5 school. And Memphis has a veteran-laden offense. They won't be intimidated by the Florida State crowd, whatever is left. Plus the vibes for Florida State, besides the fact the water gun fight, besides the fact they lost 2 ACC games almost immediately, 3-2-1-0 still has not eaten dog shit. And the fact is, that is coward ass. That's coward stuff right there. And until he does, this Florida State team is cursed. This team is fraudulent. Florida State, I think, could win this game, to be very clear. But this is a field goal game at best, and I get 7 points with Memphis. Give me Memphis plus 7 versus Florida State. I don't think the talent gap's super different. 3-2-1-0 has not eaten dog shit yet, and DJU is still the coach. Give me a Memphis plus 7 versus FSU. Next, going to Indiana, minus 3 versus UCLA. Indiana has looked really good to start this year. I mean, really good. Lots of JMU transfers. I love the coach from JMU being there. And UCLA had lost a lot of guys in the transfer portal. They lost their coach in the transfer portal, basically, with Chip Kelly, which he took an OC job over a head coaching job, which is really saying something. I mean, he must have just wanted to get the fuck out of UCLA. I mean, that's really saying something there. And they're rebuilding, and they honestly don't look good. They will be. I think UCLA will end up being good eventually. They always find their way back. But the Sharkboy Day is all over Indiana. I think that they're the better team. They've got a lot of really good transfers. 3.5 might be a little tough, but I'd still play it. But I like Indiana minus 3 versus UCLA today. And then we're going to go with Wisconsin plus 16.5 versus Alabama. I'm playing that at 0.5 units, so half a unit today. Wisconsin's at home. This game is legitimately their Super Bowl. A lot of Super Bowls this week, like with these teams. But I mean, like Wisconsin, they know they're not going to beat they're not going to beat an Ohio State. They're not going to beat Penn State. Hell, I mean, they can't beat. They're not going to beat Nebraska. But Tyler Van Dyke, he's played in big games before. Sometimes he's played well, sometimes he hasn't. Jalen Milroe can run, but he's not a good passer to short and intermediate throws. And the fact is, Kalen DeBoer's offense requires him to throw short and intermediate. And he has not looked good so far at the start of this year. He is like a way more athletic Joe Milton. And if you watched Joe Milton last year, the way he threw a deep ball is the same way he threw intermediate passes. I mean, they were just absolute. I mean, they were absolute missiles straight at people. And guess what? Those are hard balls to catch. It's also a new system for Alabama, and I'm not really sure if it fits Milroe. I genuinely don't know if it fits Jalen Milroe. If it does, fantastic, but I really don't see that being the case. In Wisconsin, man, I think they covered this game. I don't really know how, but I think they're going to cover this game. I'm putting 0.5 units on it. Give me Wisconsin plus 16.5 versus Alabama here today. Now, I might be adding one more pick today. I'm looking at one more game. If I do, I'll post it on my Twitter. My Twitter is linked in the description below. Members, you'll obviously have those texted to you. And guys, like I said, we have 5 members-only best bets today. You can get all those at zdmbets.com/picks. The website is linked in the comments below. As a member, you get all our members-only plays every single day. It's most profitable best bets on a day-to-day basis. On top, they do have a direct line to me. So any game you're considering betting, reach out to our hotline number, get a guaranteed response back about any game you're considering betting. And you get all our free picks on YouTube sent to you before these videos come out. That would take advantage of early lines or the odds. The website is zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks. So guys, let's go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow.